I'm just a little drive-by today, so I wanted to just thank you all for coming. It's a wonderful room full of people, and I can see faces I know or faces I should know and people who I've worked with before. So it's great to have you all here, and thank you to Laura, Caitlin, and Connie for coming up from Washington and spending a little time with everybody, and to Meg and Dorian and Andy on our staff who pull these things together. This is a congressional recess week, so I've been spending a little time here in Augusta and was up in the State House earlier this morning meeting with some of my friends who serve in the legislature. But I just wanted to say, you know, we're very happy to be able to have such wonderful people come up and give you all a little bit of background. If there's one thing we've learned in our office from helping groups put together you know, grant applications or writing letters of support or the variety of things that we do, there are often things that many of you and your colleagues out there in the field just don't know about. So our goal today was to just make sure you knew more about what was out there and available, that you had all the background and tricks to making sure that, you know, things don't fall apart at the very end, and, you know, just to help you in any way that we could. I've learned from my days in the state legislature or now working in Congress, and certainly, you know, from watching the evolution in Maine and communities like Portland and Rockland, where we've really seen the increasing presence and the important role in the economy that arts and cultural institutions play. The more we can help these organizations to grow and develop, and I know how hard it is, you know, for people to raise money to keep your budgets going and to survive every year, that if we can be helpful or we can make sure you're getting your share of the opportunities that are out there, it's great for the economy of Maine. It's great for so many communities, and particularly rural communities where this has really brought about a lot of change and helped the community stay together and given people opportunities. So it's an area we care deeply about and have been really blessed to see the changes that have been going on for all the work that all of you do, and have made things go so well. So I don't want to take up valuable time here, and I know you're about to have questions, and the last thing I want to do is stop anyone from asking the questions that will really help resolve all the issues that they have. But I'm glad to be here today, and really appreciate my staff for pulling this event together. And we just got word that I think tomorrow it'll be released that 8 organizations in Maine will receive a total of $150,000. It's all, you know, embargoed, who gets it and all those things. But, you know, it's very timely because those are the exact same things that we are talking about. So I'm excited for all the organizations in Maine who have been successful, and I guess we'll hear about it tomorrow. And I'm really grateful that I get to work on this issue. Like I said, this is a recess week in Congress, and Congress has been frustratingly operating under enormous budget constraints with the sequester that's imposed on federal budgets right now that made across-the-board cuts and has done a lot of damage to the things that we care about. But I happen to be lucky enough to serve on the Appropriations Committee, and I'm on the Interior Subcommittee of the Appropriations Committee, and the reason that's relevant is the NEA and the NEH and all of our cultural institutions in Washington, the Smithsonian, and a whole variety of other organizations are funded through there. And we've been in a couple of appropriations cycles where we have had to, you know, there was one year, the first year, where it was proposed cut of 50% across the board to these organizations, which would have been ridiculous and devastating. And last year there was a cut proposed that we supported an amendment, and luckily at the last minute a deal was made. So sometimes, as you all know, these are the very groups that sort of get saved to the end and propose for cuts and become controversial. And we're always trying to figure out how to make sure that not only do we support the funding that's there, but can we find more ways to do it. And truthfully, the best arguments that I ever have are bringing back those stories that all of you create about the impact that you've made really in the Maine economy and people's lives and the culture of our state, and just the important role that you play. So I have to say the work that you do is very beneficial to the work that I do, because people, they hear it, they understand that in a rural state like Maine, where there aren't always the economic opportunities we wish there were, you've done an incredible job of helping to build back that part of the economy. So I feel very fortunate to do my job, and I can guarantee you this year we will be fighting hard and, you know, looking for our colleagues on both sides of the aisle who understand how important this is. But you guys, you create the best opportunity I have for working on these issues. So thank you for being here today. I'll turn it back to Andy and whoever to make sure you guys get your questions answered, and Nice to see you all. Don't ever hesitate to contact our office if we can be helpful to you in any way and make the connections or get the information that you need. So thank you very much. Thank you for being here.